أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الرحمن علم القرآن خلق الإنسان علمه البيان. الشمس والقمر بحسبان والنجم والشجر يسجدان والسماء رفعها ووضع الميزان ألا تطغوا في الميزان وأقيموا الوزن بالقسط ولا تخسروا الميزان. صدق الله العظيم.
Askar Masinov, Assistant Secretary General OIC for Science and Technology, and our chief guest for this occasion, Excellency Professor Iqbal Chaudhry, Coordinator General COMSTECH, and Excellency Taha Ehan, President, Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, ICYF, the representative from the Pakistan Embassy in Turkey, distinguished members of our panel of jury, and colleagues and participants, both from ICYF and COMSTECH, and all other online participants of the event. It is my honor to welcome all of you on the happy occasion of the online prize distribution ceremony of the COMSTECH ICYF essay competition on artificial intelligence. Allow me, Excellency, to say a few words of introduction towards this competition. In the midst of this pandemic that has now raged on for over a year and has deeply affected the ability of institutions like ours to conduct physical activities, we need to continue with our mission of creating opportunities for enhancing scientific and technological cooperation and of creating scientific awareness, particularly amongst our youth. I shall leave it to the heads of COMSTECH and ICYF to describe how they have managed to keep alive their activities and programs in these difficult times. But I will just state that this event, that is the essay competition, is one example of how we as OIC institutions have managed to fulfill our responsibilities during these difficult times. It is also an example of cooperation and understanding between two OIC institutions, one focusing primarily on science and technology, and the other one on the OIC youth affairs. Excellency, COMSTECH and ICYF jointly announced this competition in October 2020 as an essay competition on artificial intelligence for the OIC youth. The competition aimed to enhance the awareness of artificial intelligence as a leading technology of the contemporary era and its potential in varied areas of the economy and society. The competition was open to participants from all OIC countries and consisted of two categories, that is, students 18 to 25 years and young professionals 25 to 35 years. The essays could be in any of the three official OIC languages, English, Arabic, or French, and were required to be original and unpublished. The essays were assessed by an international jury of 4 experts from different OIC countries on the basis of the structure and organization of the essays, technical mastery of the selected topic, novelty of the idea being proposed, and finally, realistic potential of the proposed theme for application. Possible themes for the essays were identified as AI in health and education, AI for technology frontiers, AI in e-governance, ethical and regulatory issues in applications of AI, and AI for social development. A total of 110 participants from 22 different OIC countries applied for the competition. On the basis of their 300 to 500 word abstracts, 43 participants were shortlisted for the 2 categories. Only those essays were included in the competition that passed standard anti-plagiarism criteria. Each essay was evaluated by several jury members independently, and the winners have been judged on the basis of the average score achieved by the participant. The chief guest will be announcing the winners later on in this ceremony. The first prize winners would be entitled to a prize money of $500, second prize winners to $300, or the third prize winners would be receive $200 as a token of appreciation for their efforts, along with certificates of award. This event, Excellency, would not have been possible without the cooperation and dedicated efforts of all of our respected jury members who have worked very hard to evaluate a large number of essays. We selected our jury members based on their technical and linguistic competence, their familiarity with student capabilities, and regional representation. It is now my privilege to introduce you to these jury members. So from these, the 4 jury members, we have Dr. Benomar Mohammad Sinusi from Algeria. He has a master's and PhD in computer engineering, and he's associate professor of graduate engineering school, EC Paris, and research center in Algeria. Thank you very much, Dr. Benushi. Then we have from Turkey, Dr. Mehmet Aklidir. He has a PhD from Department of Control and Automation Engineering in Istanbul, Technical University, Turkey. He's the chief researcher and division manager of artificial intelligence team in TÜBİTAK, Belgium, Turkey. Thank you, Dr. Mehmet. Thirdly, we had Mr. Mohammed Maas from Lebanon, with the ME from the Faculty of Information and Documentation, Lebanese University of Beirut. He's a trainer in AI cybersecurity and internet policy researcher, tech writer for the MIT Technology Review in Arabia, and a Google Policy Fellow for MENA. Thank you, Mr. Maas. And finally, we have here Dr. Yasir Yaz, who is sitting with us here in Pakistan. He's a PhD in robotics from Tohoku University in Japan, a chairman, central project director for National Center of Artificial Intelligence in Pakistan, head of Department of Robotics and Artificial Intelligence in National University of Science and Technology in Pakistan. And he will be also requested to say a few words later on about each of the winning essays in this program. So that is thanks to our jury members. And now I will request the Professor Iqbal Chaudhry, the Coordinator General of COMSTECH, to address the ceremony and give us his views on the essay competition and the significance for COMSTECH.
Excellency, dear brother, Ambassador Askar Musanov, Chief Guest of the ceremony, Excellency Mr. Taha Ayan, if he's around, my dear colleague, first Dr. Khurshid Hasnan, and very distinguished jury members and prize winners. Ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It is indeed a great honor for us at COMSTECH to welcome Excellency the Assistant Secretary General OIC and all of you to the prize distribution ceremony of the first COMSTECH ICYF essay competition on artificial intelligence. This is an event jointly organized by two sister organizations of OIC system. We wanted to have in-person or physical distribution ceremony, but of course this is not possible in the current situation. This is indeed was a very successful experience because the quality of contributions we received in both categories were of very high level, which represent the interest and understanding of our youth in these very important fields. I want to refer to you a very important report by McKinsey, which was published on November 2019, and it's called Next Big Things. And in this report, they have identified 12 disruptive technologies, according to which these are the technologies which will drive transformation of the world in the next 2 decades. Artificial intelligence and IoT are among those 12 disruptive technologies. According to this report, the global transformation would eventually lead to a wealth generation of $17 to $30 trillion. And this economic gain will eventually benefit the one who would invest in the capacity building of youth. Now, it's extremely important for us to understand that these technologies, be it AI, IoT, or advanced genomics or high energy devices, storage devices, they all are extremely intensive in terms of intellectual input. They don't really require very large investment in infrastructure, which is so suited. Therefore, they are so suited for the developing world, especially the OIC region. That is where we feel that creative potential of over 800 million youth of the OIC world can be unleashed for the benefit, and one can leapfrog, the countries can leapfrog in these disciplines in terms of capacity of youth in this futuristic field. Artificial intelligence offers tremendous opportunities to human well-being. Its application have the potential to give birth to a new and more equitable and more prosperous world. As a matter of fact, AI application have been extensively used in handling of recent pandemic, and that has generated a lot of global interest, but also accelerated the pace of development and investment in this field. We are very fortunate that we've been partnering with many institutions in OIC system and beyond in conducting large number of activities. And I would like to reflect on what Dr. Khurshid said, how to move forward in a constrained environment. So what we have done was that in last 1 year, in the difficult times of mobility constraint and constraint of all different kinds, we have used these advanced technologies and conducted a large number of events in different disciplines. And among them, if I read out a few of them, is the establishment of consortium of excellence. So we have established a leading institutions, academic and research, put them together into a consortium. And this consortium of excellence will then become the center point for our activities in capacity building and others. We have initiated COMSTECH Research Fellowship in the field of virology and vaccine development. We have received large number of applications, and as soon as the mobility ease out, we will be placing these young people into different institutions. COMSTECH Alliance of Viral Disease Diagnostic Laboratories of 16 countries have been established. We have initiated a new program called short duration training of technical personnel, because there is an important need of developing their capacity in handling of sophisticated biomedical and laboratory equipment. We are managing very large number of inter-Islamic networks, and many of these networks are very, very active in terms of focused activities in different disciplines. COMSTECH thematic workshop is continue to happen in every second week. If you look into the COMSTECH website, it is a very happening place because you would find lots of these activities in hybrid format taking place in different fields, and we have also initiated a large number of programs which would then go abroad, especially in Gambia, Nigeria, Senegal, Sudan, Indonesia, Niger, and Oman. We have organized a very successful event called Global Al Farabi Forum, in which we have had the honor of welcoming a large number of foreign guests also in December last year. And of course, we, COMSTECH being an organization mandated to work on the strategy of implementation of STI agenda, is also fully engaged in pursuing a very important document. Now, with this, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to emphasize that in the environment of constraint, it is extremely important that we all work together. In the OIC system, we have many organizations with similar interests and a mandate which is overlapping. And it is extremely important that we join hands and initiate our activities to a very large level and quantify that by joining hands. Last but certainly not the least, let me express my gratitude and gratitude of our team in COMSTECH to our partner ICYF for initiating this effort and then working together with us in this very important activity. We are also grateful to Excellency, dear brother, Ambassador Askar Mohsinov for his outstanding team and his outstanding team for close cooperation and support to COMSTECH. We work with him on a daily basis, literally. And of course, the presence of OIC leadership of that level is a great source of strength. With this, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you very much for your participation. I hope that we will be continue to have these activities in future as well.
Thank you, Professor Iqbal, for your very comprehensive overview of the COMSTECH activities at present and some plans for the future. And now I will request Excellency Mr. Taha Ehan, President, Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum, to address the ceremony and give his views on the essay competition and of its significance for the ICYF. Mr. Taha Ehan.
Thank you very much. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. His Excellency Askar Mohsinov Bey, Assistant Secretary General of OIC for Science and Technology, His Excellency Professor Iqbal Chaudhry, Coordinator General of the COMSTECH, dear ambassadors, dear consul generals, dear excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. I am honored to be here with you all today in this precious ceremony, which is jointly organized by COMSTECH and ICYF to celebrate the winners of essay competition on artificial intelligence. And firstly, I want to apologize for my dress being unofficial due to a small sickness. I cannot dress properly, which is proper to the spirit of this occasion. I would like to thank COMSTECH and ICYF team for bringing talented and enthusiastic youth together through this program, which gave them a chance to share their thoughts and ideas on the topic under the patronage of OIC Secretary General, and especially in behalf of OIC, His Excellency Askar Mohsinov Bey. Let me also thank all our young people who participated in our essay competition and congratulate wholeheartedly all our young winners and wish them success in their future lives. And the importance of the artificial intelligence in nowadays and in today and also for the future world has already been underlined and highlighted by His Excellency in the previous speech. For decades, humanity envisioned and dreamed of a technology-enabled future one with autonomous transportation, flying vehicles, a clean and safe environment, and a healthy extended life. But today, we are living these ideas. We are living in the future, and we are witnessing that AI technology is now almost managing all the parts of all the points of our daily life. In this regard, artificial intelligence plays a very important role in not just the development of business and processes, but also the humans to the next level. With the rapid growth in technology and development, we can expect a lot more exciting features and uses of artificial intelligence in the future. Artificial intelligence increases our abilities and makes us better at what we do. This human artificial intelligence partnership offers many opportunities. It can improve the performance of existing analytical technologies like computer vision and time series analysis, break down economic barriers, including language and translation barriers we are also witnessing already, enhance existing abilities and makes us better at what we do, give us better vision, better understanding, better memory, and much more. So artificial intelligence is going to change every industry, but we have to understand its limits. And also, in this point of time, which is almost the starting point of the artificial intelligence taking part in our daily lives in the world, we have to give our color to this development in technology. As Muslims, with our very esteemed values, principles, and visions, to enshapen the today's and, more importantly, the future world. We are privileged generation to live in this era full of technological advancements. The days are gone when almost everything was done manually, and now we live in a time where a lot of work is taken over by machines, software, and various automatic processes. In this regard, artificial intelligence has a special place in all the advancement made today. Artificial intelligence, or AI, is nothing but the science of computers and machines advancement made today. AI is nothing but the science of computers and machines developing intelligence like humans. In this technology, the machines are able to do some of the simple to complex stuff that humans need to do on a regular basis. As the AI stems are used on a day-to-day basis in our daily life, it's not wrong to say that our lives have also become advanced with the use of this technology. So it's a great help for humans. Because its error-free and efficient builds are the main motives behind artificial intelligence. In the recent years, many sectors have started using AI technology to reduce human efforts and also to get efficient and faster results. A dream to reinvent the world is one of the AI's aims. Scientists believe that once the AI systems starts working in its full capacity, it will reinvent the world that what we know today. We may see the world where all the manual tasks will be taken care by the AI applications, or the world where no one will be looked down upon and every human will be considered equal. In this way, the humans can then focus their strengths on higher levels of works to accomplish a lot more and always taking technology to the new heights. Of course, this is a picture of the future that we hope and want to see. But also there's a slight risk of AI too. Although there are numerous benefits that can be seen and be fruited, but with every great innovation, there is also a certain amount of risk as well. One of the greatest risks could be of this technology being used for distraction or other improper activities. If this happens, the technology that we create can destroy us in the near future. AI technology has the potential to help us solve some of the biggest problems facing humanity, like climate change, or combating with new diseases, as we now witnessing that in our combat against COVID-19. But it could also create new problems if we are not act on principle basis. So in this point, as the Muslims, we have a great task that's been delivered by history on our shoulders. So as Muslims, we have to give our principles to this AI technology. Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, I would like to mention the challenging year of 2020, which taught us the importance of technology again. As a youth institution, ICYF successfully utilized the technology to transform all its projects and programs, namely 22 of them, into digital format and reached to more than 5 million unique youth at a global level. And these numbers were impossible in person, in field activities. But now, with the AI technology and with the virtual reality, alhamdulillah, we have achieved this so far. Our activities throughout the year were remarkable. Despite the pandemic acting as a barrier, we managed to execute the majority of our planned and proposed initiative using digital media, which has helped us keep in touch with our loved ones and, most importantly, you, the youth. Thanks to technology, we achieved significant progress and attained goals that seemed almost impossible under the current difficulties the world is going through. Technology also gives us an opportunity to reach the youth who live in the remotest places of the world. On the occasion of AI, I would also like to remind the first OIC Robotics Challenge, which was organized with COMSTECH in Uzbekistan in 2019. The event, organized in two categories, Robo-Sumo and Robo-Football, was a competition for self-designed and constructed robots for students aged 17 to 23 years from OIC member states. This event was one of the important steps taken to bring young people from the OIC region together in the field of artificial intelligence and achieved good results by combining their knowledge and skills. There's no doubt that such activities will continue from now on. Also, I want to mention about the Technofest, which has been taking place in different places of Turkey since the 2019. And also in this Technofest in Turkey, there are showcases of numerous technological inventions and innovations, which also bringing several young minds from the world. And as ICYF, we are also organizing some startup summits as in the margin of the Technofest. At this point, I would like to mention the importance of collaboration of joint actions between OIC institutions, between states, between other institutions, and to increase the number of such technological events and summits and organizations. And I hope after we defeat the pandemic as humanity, we will see and witness much of such activities in different places of the world to collect the brightest minds of our Ummah, especially from the young generation. Because such projects will serve the Ummah youth in a better way. Excellencies, distinguished guests, I don't want to lengthen my speech so far, so I want to conclude my speech with those words. The bright future of our youth is dependent on the smart investment in youth talents, minds, quality education, science and technology. Only when we join our efforts and hold each other's hands in close cooperation and solidarity shall we overcome all global problems and challenges. When I was visiting the Kairouan of Tunisia, one of the most striking words I have heard in my life was about the Mosque of Kairouan. The guide, which was a very wise man, has told me that the pioneers of our Muslim Ummah was not built first at the Kairouan Mosque, but has invested their efforts and resources on building a generation, and the generation has built the Kairouan Mosque and all the civilization. So he said that a man can invest only two things, either to Bashar or to Hajar. Bashar means the humanity, and the Hajar means the stones. And he said that the pioneers of our Ummah has chosen to invest on humanity, on creating a new generation. And then this generation has built the civilization. So now this technology, innovation, artificial intelligence, and all the intellect of our generation is waiting for new investments from states, from institutions, from organizations. And I want to congratulate OIC and its institution, namely especially the COMSTECH, for choosing to invest on the human beings, on generation. And I hope these efforts will lead a new generation of people who will lead the humanity for a bright future. While reiterating my profound thanks to you all, I pray to Allah, the Almighty, to grant us success in our new programs and projects, which will certainly serve the youth of Ummah effectively. Please stay tuned for future ICYF programs and initiatives. And I want especially thank you to COMSTECH and their very influential team for such a great project. Thank you very much. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you, President Taha Ehan, for your enlightening views on the subject. And now it's my honor to request our chief guest, His Excellency Askar Masinov, Assistant Secretary General, Science and Technology of the OIC, to address the gathering and later on to announce the winners of the essay competition.
Thank you, Dr. Khurshid. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Your Excellency, Professor Iqbal Chaudhary, COMSTECH Coordinator General. Your Excellency Taha Ehan, President of the Islamic Cooperation Youth Forum. Your Excellency, Ambassador of Cameroon, our big brother and good friend, Ambassador Tidani, representative of the Diplomatic Corps, dear participants, brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It gives me a great pleasure to be present on this occasion of the prize distribution ceremony for the winners of the COMSTECH ICYF essay competition on artificial intelligence. And let me use this occasion to convey to you all best regards and best wishes on behalf of His Excellency, Secretary General of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation, His Excellency Yusuf Al Uthaymin. We understand that this competition was organized in a very unusual and challenging conditions. The whole of the world is struck by the pandemic. But despite of that, two of our institutions made their best efforts to organize and to convey this competition and to reach the good end. So before I will have an honor to announce the names of the winners, I would like to appreciate the efforts of COMSTECH and ICYF for successful holding of this competition in such unordinary conditions. In my opinion, this activity is of big significance, and it will allow us all to instill in our youth the power of original thinking, creative ideas, and the ability to communicate their knowledge on artificial intelligence, which is one of the most powerful technologies of our times. Dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, today the world is witnessing a new technological revolution, one as fundamental as the industrial revolutions of the past few hundred years. The advent of artificial intelligence is revolutionizing almost all spheres of our life. Such fundamental changes and such vast increase in technological capabilities always create new challenges and opportunities. This essay competition has provided a good platform to think about the ways and means to use the new technological advancement for the progress of the human being in many spheres, such as health and education, artificial intelligence for technology frontiers, artificial intelligence in e-governance, ethical and regulatory issues in application of AI and AI for social development. And it is good to note that more than 110 participants from 22 OIC countries applied for competition. As we all recognize, knowledge and excellence in higher education are the distinguishing features of all developed societies and nations. That is why the OIC Charter commits the OIC member states to the objective of developing science and technology and encouraging research and cooperation among member states in these fields. This commitment, based on the realization of the critical role of knowledge, learning, science, and technology in the socio-economic development and political empowerment of people, is still true. Given the predominantly young population of the developing countries and most of the OIC member countries, OIC has devised many strategies to harness the potential of the youth. The OIC leaders, during the first OIC Summit on Science and Technology, held in Astana, Kazakhstan in September 2017, adopted a 10-year plan, OIC STI agenda, Science, Technology and Innovation agenda, until the year of 2026, that called for nurturing a true scientific culture in young minds. We want our new generation not to fear the disruptive nature of knowledge and science, as this has been part of our Islamic heritage and traditions for centuries. The COMSTECH ICYF essay competition on artificial intelligence is an important step to engage our youth and give them opportunities to test their innovative minds and express their ideas. Here, I use this opportunity to request COMSTECH and ICYF to continue holding such events on a regular basis. And inshallah, in future, we will be able to participate in such ceremony as today's, not in virtual, but in physical, real format. That will give us an opportunity to network, to exchange the ideas, and to create probably the platform for future tighter cooperation. And now, it is my pleasure to announce the names of the winners in the student and professional categories. Students category. Third prize is awarded to Ms. Samawiya Rizwan of the National University of Science and Technology, Islamabad, Pakistan, for her essay entitled Integrated Machine Learning and Bioinformatics Approaches for the Development of Potential Therapeutics Against Pandemic Diseases. Congratulations. Second prize is awarded to Ms. Joanna Gomez of the School of Arts and Sciences, Division of Humanities and Social Sciences, University of the Gambia, for her essay entitled Certification and Auditing as Tools for Effective Data Regulation and Oversight in Artificial Intelligence. Congratulations. And first prize is awarded to Ms. Sara Marhoun Al-Ghafri from the College of Engineering, National University of Science and Technology, Oman, for her essay entitled Sanat, a Learning Tool for the Visually Impaired. Congratulations to all of the winners. And now, with regards to the winners of the Young Professionals category, third prize goes to Mr. Silahuddin Bingol from Turkey for his essay entitled, Do Judges and Prosecutors Need to Be Worried? AI Control on Laws. Congratulations. Second prize is awarded to Mr. Usman Touré of Gambia for his essay entitled Monitoring Health, Monitoring Diabetes and Hypertension Using AI. Congratulations. And finally, the first prize in this category is awarded to Mr. Beltus Nkwawir Waisopunri of Cameroon for his essay entitled A Deep Learning Automatic Tactile Pavement Detection System for the Visually Impaired. Congratulations once again to all of the winners in both of the categories. My sincere congratulations to each one of you. I wish to stress upon the fact that all of the students and professionals who have participated are winners today, and they all deserve our full appreciation. I am also informed that as a token of appreciation for the efforts of today's winners, some checks will be distributed, as it was announced today. So congratulations on that again. At the end, I once again congratulate all of you for the successful holding of this event. And let me wish all of the participants best of luck in their future endeavors in the field of science and research. Thank you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Thank you for being here and for announcing the winners. And I'm sure that all the young people would be highly inspired by your words and by your presence here. And so is COMSTECH and ICYF. Thank you very much for your words of support and recognition of our efforts. After this, we've had the winners announced, and we shall take the opportunity to briefly introduce the winners through a video which has been prepared by the ICYF. Yeah. We can share some details of the winners, the title of their essays, as well as their institutions. Go ahead. The first position in the professional category for this essay from Mr. Beltis, Republic of Cameroon. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead. And the second position in the professional category, Trosman Tore, Republic of Gambia. This is about health. Okay. Salahuddin Bengal from Turkey. And here now we have the student category. The first prize to Ms. Sarah Marhoon Al-Ghafri. And the essay is titled Sanat, a learning tool for the visually impaired. And she's a student of Telecommunication Engineering, National University of Science and Technology, College of Engineering in the Sultanate of Oman. The second position is Joanna Gomez for essay titled Certification and Auditing as Tools for Effective Data Regulation and Oversight in Artificial Intelligence. She's a student from University of Gambia, School of Arts and Sciences, Division of Humanities and Social Sciences, Republic of the Gambia. And the third prize is to Ms. Samavia Rizwan for essay titled Integrated Machine Learning and Bioinformatics Approaches for the Development of Differential Therapeutics Against Pandemic Diseases. She's a student from National University of Science and Technology, NUST in Islamabad. So with that brief introduction of the winners, what we would now have requested Professor Yasser Ayaz, who is himself a member of our jury and an expert, a specialist in this area, to please give his brief comments on each one of the winning essays based on the abstracts that we shall be sharing on the screen. So can you move to the abstracts? The professionals, first prize. Okay. Okay. Please, it's over to you.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Pleasure to speak to everyone, and it's amazing to have gone through all the essays of all the professional category as well as the student category, along with the other jury members. And as you'll see as I go through the abstracts, and you've already seen the titles, that the field of AI spans through a really wide array of applications that they can have in this world. Like as you know, that Forbes says that just artificial intelligence is going to contribute about $15.7 trillion to the global GDP by 2030, and this will be reflected in the titles and the domains that you'll see, that how widely AI is impacting the world. So the first essay, the first position, the first winner in the professional category is Mr. Beltis Nakwavir Viesobunri, and his essay is titled from the Republic of Cameroon. And his essay is titled A Deep Learning Automatic Tactile Pavement Detection System for the Visually Impaired. So I'll be like this essay addresses the concern related to visually impaired individuals struggling to navigate in their environments. It proposes an intelligent system design aiming at addressing the issues of such people by harnessing the power of sophisticated state-of-the-art image processing and artificial intelligence algorithms coupled with advanced digital smartphone technology. The salient features of the system that has been proposed are that this system will be able to detect and classify tactile pavements, and also that it will provide navigation information through voice commands to direct the user towards the detected tactile pavement. Now, the second prize goes to, like as it has been announced, the second prize has been won by Mr. Osman Toure from the Republic of Gambia. Yeah, next one, please. Mr. Osman Toure from the Republic of Gambia for his essay titled Monitoring Health, Monitoring Diabetes and Hypertension Using Artificial Intelligence. So we started with rehabilitation, now we are at health. And this essay is about monitoring the health of patients living with the NCDs, diabetes and hypertension using artificial intelligence. So Mr. Osman Toure has proposed a health monitoring web-based portal that could transform healthcare needs and services from provider-controlled to user-controlled appointments, and from disease-focused to patient-focused interventions with accurate data generation and effective data protection. The salient features of the system that has been proposed are that it will be completely new to the Gambians, one, so it's innovative for that region, and two, that it will make the work of laboratory scientists, physicians, nurses, and other healthcare workers significantly simpler. Now to the third position. The third position in this category, the professional category, has been won by Mr. Salahuddin Bingol from Republic of Turkey. His essay is titled, Do Judges and Prosecutors Need to Be Worried? AI Control on Laws. So you see an entirely different domain of judiciary, and this is another very widely expanding domain in the world right now for artificial intelligence. Mr. Salahuddin Bingol's essay is about the effect of artificial intelligence in the field of law and the need for regulations and policies. The essay talks about the necessity of artificial intelligence in resolution of legal cases for handing out speedy justice. Salient features of the proposed system include artificial intelligence that can resolve legal cases as soon as possible in the light of the information loaded on it, instead of the delays that are frequently experienced in the legal systems of today. With the speedy justice smart system, a happier and more peaceful society can be created. As we know, like adl or justice is a very central part of our Islamic faith as well. So this is very useful for that. So now coming to the student category. The first position, the winner of the student category, is Miss Sara Marhoon Al-Ghafri from the Sultanate of Oman for her essay titled Sanad, a learning tool for the visually impaired. Now her essay, her proposed idea is to develop a device fitted with camera and headphone to guide the visually impaired person to do a particular task without additional support from others. This device will function in 3 core modes, namely self-learning, pathfinding, and face recognition. In self-learning mode, the user will be briefed through a series of voice messages regarding their surroundings, objects, scenes, environments, etc. And the second one is pathfinding. So in the pathfinder mode, user can navigate through specific routes, roads, and their place of interest. And the third application is face recognition mode, in which this unit will recognize pre-trained and popular faces in order to help people engage in day-to-day life. So very useful machine for the visually impaired. And the salient feature would be to enhance the life standard of visually impaired people by a dimension which is not possible without using the field of artificial intelligence. Second position has been announced for Ms. Joanna Gomez. She's from the Republic of the Gambia for her essay titled Certification and Auditing as Tools for Effective Data Regulation and Oversight in Artificial Intelligence. So yet another area which AI is touching. This essay tells us briefly on how artificial intelligence learns and how the success of these systems is in fact tied to the quality of their initial trained data sets. An argument is made on the need for anticipatory and proactive regulation of AI training data and auditing subsequent data which it utilizes for learning. Certification programs and mandatory auditory regimes are to be put forward in the have been put forward in the essay as 2 regulatory tools that have the potential to ensure that the quality datasets are used in training artificial intelligence. The salient feature of this essay is positive impact on society. This is a very difficult topic, and as you know, even the UN is yet working on a standard setting instrument on how to correctly train AI on various applications. So this is another application of artificial intelligence, which is very broad spectrum. The third position goes to Ms. Samavia Rizwan from the Islamic Republic of Pakistan for her essay titled Integrated Machine Learning and Bioinformatics Approaches for the Development of Potential Therapeutics Against Pandemic Diseases, the problem we are all suffering, and because of which we are in the remote mode right now. The essay tells us about the need of integrating machine learning and bioinformatics. The coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic represents a global health crisis of our time and the greatest challenge that we have faced since World War II, as the author argues. And while addressing such challenges, machine learning has increased the accuracy of bioinformatics to execute various in silico techniques such as microarray and drug designing, reverse vaccinology, etc., to develop potential drugs and vaccines that can treat multiple pandemic diseases, including COVID-19, cancer, HCV, and other various viral infections. Salient features of the proposed system include multiple tools that will be used to analyze potential novel biomarkers, molecular phenotypes, novel drug targets, differential express genes, DEGs, and determine unfamiliar diseases, which can further be translated to clinical actions. The second salient feature is bioinformatics would provide a powerful interdisciplinary framework for quantifying the experiment with effective results computationally in the shortest time. So this is a summary of the essays that have been basically declared as winners, and it has been really interesting to go through all the different essays addressing different applications of artificial intelligence, and amazing to see how our youth, the youth of the Muslim countries, is looking at artificial intelligence as a positively contributing technology to for various aspects that we need to advance in the Muslim world. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Yasir, for your summarization and explanation of the abstracts. And as I think we might have mentioned somewhere in our program, that we will be trying to publish the 10 best essays that we have received in the form of a publication jointly sponsored by the ICYF and COMSTECH. So we will make sure that these nice essays and the ideas that they present are not lost entirely and will be recorded in some way. So we're coming to the end of our proceedings now, and it's my pleasant duty to acknowledge all those colleagues, both here at COMSTECH and at ICYF, who have contributed to making the competition as well as the ceremony successful. And so from COMSTECH, let me acknowledge Mr. Haris Akram, who has worked throughout very hard to organize these competition. Mr. Muhammad Jamil, Mr. Usman Quddus from the IT department, and Mr. Ikramul Haq. Thank you very much for your efforts in different aspects of this competition and in organizing of today's program. From ICYF side, we acknowledge the efforts of Ms. Emil Oshnan, the ICYF cabinet, and the ICYF media department in making this program a success. And finally, it is a pleasure to acknowledge the guidance and support of the Coordinator General of COMSTECH and the President ICYF, respectively, throughout the process of arranging the essay competition. And I hope and I'm sure we can look forward to many other successful collaborations between our two organizations. So thank you all for your participation, and congratulations once more to all the winners. And we hope, inshallah, to be publishing the 10 best essays and shall be in touch with the winners on that account. Thank you, and may you all stay safe.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Khurshid, for leading the efforts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Khurshid Bey and all the team. Salam alaikum from Turkey. As-salam.
Wa alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.